Well, if you guys didn't see my short, something has finally arrived within the UK. Something that we have been waiting on for almost a year and a half now. And his box is pretty big. I'm of course talking about the Haslab Deathsaurs. So I'm not going to be doing the review just yet. I will leave that for later on in this week. For now, we are just going to be unboxing this boy and finding out what actually comes in this set. So without further ado, let's get into it. Right then, I can't quite see the camera properly, but hopefully I can showcase what's actually in this box. I can certainly say this, they put plenty of tape on the shipper box, and I'm glad that they've stated that they've put this in 2 shippers as well. So at least it's nice and protected in there. And that's the first shipper. Just slide that out. We'll get into the second shipper. I think might have some cardboard inserts just to help keep it in place and to protect the box a little bit better, which is always appreciated, especially since I like to keep some of the more special item boxes like the Haslab, some of the G1 boxes if I can get a hold of nice G1 boxes and things like that. I think it's also got some cardboard corner protectors, which is also very, very nice to see. Yeah, just nice cardboard inserts, similar to how Showzies have their plastic ones. So at least Hasbro are learning from their previous mistakes. I'll try and pull this guy out best we can, so we can take a look at this box art. I think Guido Guidi had a hand in some of the artwork for this, which is very, very nice to see an old school artist coming in. And yeah, I think he did that mural that's on the front, and that box looks absolutely gorgeous. Nice, lovely metallic purple for the Transformers legacy at the top. And yeah, just a beautiful piece of artwork of Deathsaurs with his 2 breastmasters. Of course, they've changed the names to chestmasters, which is a weird thing to do. Down the side, you've got the 2 breastmasters, the Living Death metal cannon and the Morning Star, which is cool to see. On the back, some nice product images. A bit of purple metallic around the Kaiju mode and at the bottom with the Haslab, which is also very nice to see. Purple along the side for the Transformers logo, and yeah. So, small box number 1, which I think will have, yep, Living Metal Destroying Cannon in there, as well as his throne. It's pretty cool. I didn't expect the throne to be as big as it is, but yeah, that's pretty big. So yeah, that's those bits, the 2 weapons alongside the throne, which is nice to see. And it's also got the stand adapter, which is good. Box number 2 should be the bigger box. And the smaller box, which we'll take a gander at in a minute. So I'm going to put... Sorry about that, my camera decided it was going to cut off right as I was grabbing out the small box. So I'm going to have to go back over that. So in the second box you've got the Dragon Tail alongside an adapter for the tail shield, alongside both of the Breastmasters Eagle and Leo, which Leo's chrome is really, really nice, really, really vibrant. And it's not chipped whatsoever, but I'm sure I will end up chipping that at some point. I'm going to be very, very careful with that. It does look like it is just a wrapped chrome as well, which is very, very nice to see. In the large box, we do have Deathsaurus himself. A little bit of chrome on the top for his crown, and the rest of the gold parts are just painted, which means it won't chip as bad. You also get the 2 Micromasters in with Deathsaurus, Bota and Peepo, I believe his name was. Yeah, he looks absolutely incredible like that. The other parts that you do get with Deathsaurus in the larger box is the stand, along with blast effects, his sword, the adapter for the stand, and the arrow for Leo. And you can't forget the instruction booklet, with that same artwork from Guido Guidi on the front. So I'm going to go away and get these bits out of the plastic, and we will have a quick look at him before the main video. I'll see you guys in a minute. Here we go, everything is out of the box now. I've quite literally just taken everything out of the box. I've not done anything, I've just straight taken them out. So one thing I will say is quite nice is the fact that these little parts would go on the Leo Breastmaster are just on 5mm ports, which is very nice to see. So at least then it's not going to scratch up the paint too bad on the inside. Although you can probably see there was a thumbprint, you can probably see that thumbprint there. So it is just Vacton chrome paint. Very nice to see. So we'll pop that off to one side for now. I'm just going to move Deathsaurs out of the way while we attach the throne, because that is exactly how I will be displaying mine. Just trying to be as careful as I can, not break anything. I've got to say, that looks absolutely phenomenal. It looks far better than the Coronation Starscream's throne. It feels perfect, and it just feels right for this guy. So I'm going to bring in Deathsaurus, and we're going to put his chest masters in, or his breast masters, starting off with Eagle Master. They should just slide in like so. Complete the look by putting on that Tiger Master. I've got to say, his joints feel nice and solid, but at least there's no... Oh, that felt really solid. There's no issues with his articulation whatsoever. He feels very, very nice, very, very solid, although that does not feel too secure. So I'm going to have a play around with that before I do my video on this guy. But yeah, he feels really nice and solid. So I'm going to get him to try and sit down, if I can get him to sit down. Oh, there we go. I think I've got him in. Can't tell if it's just me, but he kind of hovers over the seat of his throne rather than sit in the throne. It's certainly odd. But yeah, you can sit him down on his throne, which is pretty cool. That will probably be how I display mine. We've got his shield here as well, which I was expecting to be semi-articulated. I was hoping that it was at least going to have some joints in there, just to give it a little bit of articulation, even just at the top here as well. You just put a little ratcheted hinge in there on both sides, and you can... But obviously not. Of course, his sword's really nice and big. That is one chunky sword. And then just all the other bits. Living metal destroying cannon, which does fold out. I've got to say, this thing is huge as well. It looks like it's on double hinge and then just clips into place. And you've got all of this that you can articulate as well. All these spines and everything, which is cool. Very, very large cannon. Very big cannon. His mace, which I'm surprised to find out is not die-cast for the chain. I was expecting a die-cast chain after they were talking about it in all the promotional pictures. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it is still a ball and chain for him to wield, which is pretty cool. At least it's not just one solid piece. Boater and Peepo. These things are tiny and adorable, as all Micromasters are, until you try and transform them, and they are absolute garbage. So they're a nice little addition. They certainly finish off the set. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to transforming these guys, because ball joints will just pop off on them, but we'll give it a go. And of course, all the other tap that you get with it, like the stand for his Kaiju Dragon mode, the adapter, the arrow for the lion breast, and all the usual other tap, such as blast effects, which I do quite like blast effects. I just think that they have to be used properly in order for them to look good. Like the Star Saber looks great with his blast effects on his two Victory Leo cannons. I'm hoping that this guy's situated with the right ones will look good. Like the Living Metal Destroying Cannon, I imagine, would look good with a blast effect. Nice big blast effect, but we'll see how far it goes with looking good on that. But yeah, not bad for for the box. I mean, the box itself is about the same sort of size, maybe a touch smaller than a Titan class figure, but the box isn't too big. It's not as bad as Haslab Unicron. That thing was huge. I mean, I've got mine stored away and it's still huge, all with the polystyrene, because I'm not getting rid of that. First impressions, I've got to say, it is certainly an interesting figure, and I can't wait to have a good mess with it and see what it can actually do, how it transforms, all the engineering behind it, which I think Hisui-san worked on this. So I'm going to end that here. If you guys did enjoy this, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and stay tuned for the official review of this guy. I am certainly going to be enjoying that tomorrow morning once I've had a mess with this guy and got used to all the little different things, work out sort of what's going on with it, and certainly that one little issue with the Tiger Breast Master not wanting to stay in. I'm sure I will figure that out. I'm sure there's a clip somewhere that I'm missing. But yeah, we will do that video tomorrow. So yeah, I will see you guys then.